TV News. Because so Eka will say you many see a trago away abe fonten and feeding the Facebook any YouTube. A KFM TV GH and you may wait me alcohol. Now wako should be no share, no one like he. Now do I drink channel and so Eddie Guasie ama kama yeshen semna say Eddie ama odia ama prat a press secretary was sign a spokesperson Eddie my man penny abedi Professor Jane Nana Wupukwajiman. Ne Maame Esi abetudwa wodi nsem we ekwamo bibia ewo my Ghana watchim say men ye wadwen say uka nsem bi efa Ghana penifo eho a na say eye koken nsem a etwagu ewo my Ghana ha no uka bibisa ade a obefa ho edi chochocho de bi amaprat etwem say bibisa ensi ewo my Ghana nti we bibia say ne mmra no esefata no ade a ene obedi ni ye papa nsem we amaprat a oye mampeni abedi eche Professor Jane no Pokwajiman ni spokesperson wono anodin nsem we etudwa womra woni nsem chofo Asia etwetwenkomo.
Do we get to the cocaine and the money laundering? Thank you for all of your intelligence gathering on what planes do. Thank you for all of your intelligence gathering on every plane that will land on the shores of this country. We appreciate your efforts. Keep it going. When do we get to the evidence around the cocaine and the money laundering, which is what this issue is? Yeah. There's no debate about whether planes landed in Ghana. Everybody says, yes, it happened. There's no conversation as to the core mandate of those flights. Everybody knows what those flights are supposed to do. Everybody knows that that is not what they came here to do. Everybody has accepted those basic facts. The Honorable Fellow spoke to those facts. The companies themselves have come out and said, yes, we did not come to Ghana with medicals. We came to refuel in some instance. We came to fix, our tires. Those are baseline facts. When you say these things, that's not giving evidence. That has nothing to do with nothing. Now, please, what's outstanding today is not whether the flight left Rwanda or it's left Tunisia. Cocaine and money laundering. When do we get to proving that? When? I've had it with the distance it's moved from point 1 to point B. I'm sure tomorrow, in the next expose part, maybe 3, he's going to tell us that the pilot was wearing blue and not green. Okay, thank you. Maybe the next expose, he will say the flight had 6 people, didn't have 4. The Honorable Fellow said there were 4 people on the flight. No. Our checks and our intelligence indicate that there were 8 people. Thank you very much. Keep it going. When do we get to cocaine and money laundering? That is the heart of this matter. Cocaine and money laundering. And I hope that all of you, okay, yourself included, who go around communicating on this matter and stating it categorically are ready for the repercussions. I pray that all of you are ready for that repercussions, because you cannot accuse a government of money laundering and being involved in cocaine and hope that when the dust settles, you will just walk out again under the lights and the cameras of TV stations. Let's it's time for some responsibility. And who else should we demand responsibility from but from people like members of parliament? And ranking members on, are you serious?
Adeshiman Benuti same way ama prat a oye mampeni abedi eche ne kasama for wono ana odin same way etudwa mra woni nsem for Asia etwetwen komo ye to ansem ne so e de amamode a endrada ene betu odwa se eye in team for joy ade a NIB for abom homodin ekopie mu e wona so ye a ende wo mu akos katan no ma ende wo mu ade no akotwe aban ekokuma wo betutu na no ede afa ensemba kumienu ho a wochim se ewie mu hyen a papa ye betu dwa se ende kokeni ade wom no eno ana NIB for akoso ni mu ede afa ho no enam so ema ankane wo so afo a na wo hwe ya mane bo ho ensem se wo my Ghana ha wo san mrahye bedwani ade ma di hye a wo mo ewo fo ase ayebi abato mpeso aso onmonyamfo kojo ponkroma ede abetudwa wochemu se sade na esi endrada no onde ohu ne se aban ebo ne homodin se wobetimi ahye eye dom kuma a wo mo ro mahye bedwafe no wobetimi ahye omo so no chem se no enye adepa wodin sem we etudwa mra wono so ene sem twofo hia etwetwen komo.
Have you seen in Ghana's history that we sent about 20 gun-wielding NIB officers to go and pick him up to come and explain what he said? When? Is this the change? We're not back in a coup era. So that's the first issue, that when the Minority Caucus is raising questions that there's a particular matter, full-scale public inquiry needs to take place on that matter. You don't send gun-wielding NIB officers. Did you see the guns? AK-47s, cocked people wearing masks and balaclavas all over. This is the democracy.
Moving forward, do you think that
you would move forward? That is the first matter that must be articulated clearly. Okay. That what the government is doing is trying to intimidate the Minority Caucus. Not even in Team Fojo. In Team Fojo is just one spokesperson. But this attempt to intimidate the Minority Caucus by sending, you know, all of this thing, it is unheard of in a democracy. It doesn't happen in a democracy. When we were in power, people were saying all sorts of things. When did you see us sending 20 gun-wielding NIB officers to go and arrest that person? It's not done. That's number one. Number two, even if you want information from a member of parliament, you saw the speaker's notice that he issued quite recently.
You see, and then
you come to parliament, the lawyers of parliament will be there, the person's lawyer.
Parliament's on recess.
The job of a member of parliament does not only take place when parliament is sitting in plenary. So there's clarity on how it's done. You come to parliament, the lawyers of parliament will be there, his lawyers will be there. Whatever questions that you want to ask of him, you can ask of him. But this is totally unheard of, and nobody who believes in democracy should support what is going on.
Okay, moving forward,
why we've had to object to it.
Well, the party has explored this option of only giving this, you know, press releases to the leader to just communicate any
committees and have spokespersons on various committees.
Adeshima Benunti same way anakojo pon kroma editu dwa emoni nsemchofo ehia etwetwe nkomo yede mu eto aso akonsem from the Rashid Tanko enso edi abetudwa wo chem se one day ode eye woni kese pa ene kwamo bibia wo my Ghana ha se wa ubeba homoden se ne mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama eye ni din a wonya wo my Ghana ubese se din no di amano no eye ade a na wo so abo ahosen ne asotwa bi eda so no ubetimi abo homoden agisa asotwa no edi ato ho so ndio warning ana odi kwamo bibia wo my Ghana se hwe no bibia mbo ne homoden se eye mampani John Dramani Mahama ni reputation no ubetimi asai no edi amano enu nti semwe Rashid Tanko wono so ene di tudwa.
Okujato was a reasonable human being. He was not a reasonable person. He was a reasonable human being. He knew what he was doing. He always come out with evidence and traces and ask you follow it, and he will give you that. This man, you just sat there, make reckless statements, pointed out. He even said alleged. He said he has evidence. He has intelligence. There's a difference between saying that you have intelligence and you have information. If you say you have intelligence, you know what you are talking about. When you read about intelligence, these people, that's why I say they are just reckless people. And I always insist that some of them, they should be given tablets and they sit in the house. They shouldn't come to parliament again because they are becoming distracted in the country. These people will not allow this country to grow. And that is why Ghanaians, by their wisdom, since 1972, never gave them power until 2000. That's what I'm saying, the young states. Some of them were fortunate to meet them. And we know how they are. From 1972, they never got power until 2000. We made a mistake about bringing them to power. And we stopped them in 2009. They managed to come back again in 2016, and they have shown their colors. This time, we will make that mistake. At least 15 years is enough for them, so that they go and reform. This kind of behavior will not send Ghana anywhere. And I strongly congratulate the security agents for having picked them. All those loud-mouthed guys who think that they are going to taint the image of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the NDC, they should prepare for it.
Adeshimamba yeto ansem ne so ede amamodia eye wiemu a eye onwonyamfo eye intimfo jo edbetudwa wo chem se eye wiemu hyen be semienu a ebe lande wo my Ghana ni bone ana na ahemuma eno ana Hobson adoye enso abekasa afasa de no wo chemu se sa wiemu hyen na ebesi Kotoka International Airport na bibia enimenu ti sa ansem a eye intimfo jo ebe kan ye no kwabia enimi semwe eye Hobson adoye no so anodi abetudwa and the wobo edimpa ediamam ampani eye John Dramani Mahama wo chim se sansem kekan ekoso ewo my Ghana ha no eno enya de person se sawie mu hye no ebesi Kotoka International Airport abra na indrobone bia enimi semwe wono so editudwa mra wo hia nsemptwofo ene omo ekasai
asam no memete ye no am say how at least I just hwe no my adwuma airport be 1 year. Na ne wo mu nyina ni say cargo plane bi eba
okay
switchport for our more airport woman the handle eti womo anabe say obe suha say anase obesi ayomo anabe hwesa no manina say bibi womo ase so mo offload a ayomo womo ase de womo de be yesa no manina now cargo no be landing wia ansa na sa inspections no be koso no switchport ebema aviation security ayawe
okay
enti obe inform the national security the NIB the narcotics for other agencies, customs, they will put them on alert.
Okay.
So they will go there and then do inspection. Answer. Wabu you your free more or more. Wabu you your free more, able go through scan. Answer a Pierre Bontain, Amomodia Kokra. So now that is number one. Number two, say I dare say flight no air transitor. Ebia oba beye refueling and I say wanya for to be no pese or fix here or no no oba eye ade say onyi hwim free muntino sa o muntimi nyinyi mu nyama nyina enko fast can once asande aba begum because eja de omoyi bibia wa hasen ene ne kai ka ho that this particular aircraft otu ya wo kono na ontimi nko ni destination direct
aden
flight no ebia ni na yi ebu ohonom a wo kwa say enye flight kese sa
okay
eti fuel inside na ebia esese wusi baby na wo ye refuel answer wako obi ohonom a no fi say esese bi ye maintenance bi answer mako eni na kai ka ho sa na adenete eti we no all no Europe nso so de wo kwa eya wo mo regulations ni ade no eya mo mfa ni abro
okay
so ho ne ete no eti say wo ye transit dia and SSA also go through another test here. I don't know, I'm fan RA3.
Okay.
RA3 no. Say one team yanye senka what to free no hono na walk straight a problem ni ho. But once let's see from once what who say to no they need that report. And yes you cannot go there.
Okay.
Eti omo yes omo ba omo nya for to be omo yimu a omo be see wa say no. Necessary omo ye.
Enti fault na ma omo di see ye.
Omo de baye. Nyama okita omo nyina anya de ba Ghana.
Okay.
Eye drilling machines numu ne oye bi ni ne kai ka ho enya de ba Ghana.
Okay.
Eti wo hwe picture na omo de bebeto abo. Picture na for ofosu kwati twaye no enye wo no ene kokko twaye. Because wo kasa nkwa na sa flight na tuko. Eye security for no a wo mo call ho no. Wo mo wo hwe say no mo ye inspection wo mo bie eyi no bi so wo mo take e so mo ye sane o mani no mo sane bi nyina na fe the destination for no ensaka and so mama clearance say den bra
betimi akọ
so ho net no enti me say me ye adwuma ho etoda obi tuma be catch so ye say obi discover na ewo cargo session ho ewo ayimu bebre eti wontumi hwe maye nkonko yi am say how can you bring money everybody be si honum afa scan himu na esi honum say ayi tese the wo be si aba be kano no say wa ma wa dwunu mu ando a obon so de wato asemu
ye hwe abre a sanfo nyini na ebe to gya na okasa machine no mo be drilling machines no e sa da na flight ni ebe si ye no e no mu twa sa video ni yes inspections na
that's right.
Ebusiafo eno nti semwe ana Hopsin adoye editu dwa efa wi mu hyen a eye intim fojo mu se besi Kotoka International Airport no na induboni ewo mu no wakasa edi afa na ne nsem no wa fancy for our sign eden sembi ekoma Ghana foi na watchem se eye mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ni nkunim dia wedi ewo my Ghana hanom e wo se Ghana foi na edin paibo ene enije ehia ne kwan ne ye bom pae ma ne se ne be ya ne fie nan na eda nenim no obetimi etwa ne nia asumdwem na edwuma bi e wo se oye ma Ghana fo no wetimi aye e de aboan semwe Hopsin adoye ana sign editudwa
obia ka se manya soft spot for abanya me ni ho achinye because afi anomaba system no mu me mpa e bo ne se o mbe society no mu fra aban mu a success ne ye dia
okay
What you say? Now, so what bomb pie so moon failure? Yeah, didn't I won't get one as saying because when they fail, now in your turn 1 cedi, now fair turn 3 cedis are one is offer. Here you can never suffer. And I have one. Etino, me dear, Menya, Nanka John Mahama 4 years will be free soon. Nanka, Krumhenina ye shrine, Aquanina ye kama, Bibia ye kama. There's government of a ban. Let's just say, on so twaso, no conquer infrastructure, baby, they more shed a woman development in the Ekaigan. This has a kind of prayers, I said, Ghana Nibia, Hobo. What do you want to say? Oh, we more moon fairly, or moon fairly. Said you okay, oh, doom so, but doom so, na doom so do ba, your mama of home.
Eh, won't found.
Eh?
So no, a dear, you must
a dooma, one betting 50. One betting 50. Why don't you fear generator beso? One now wouldn't generator ne. Eti one now becase and sister doom so a day. Eba. Tia mom pie said, Yama betty my day. At Ashe 4 years, and then get woe. Said no more. Yasha say omo Yasha 5 years no. Omo best tia science is here. Men I make a I don't know.
Ebusia for ye free hopes in Adoye in Semiso and I the more eco PMO ewon for a year youth employment agency and there and I told just say a year skills for life phase 2 program no a idea a yen beb no be say 200 and on my bomb homodin edium ho akoshima and the graduation no or more a year a free skills we a year youth employment agency Penia Wadano Malik Basintali a born homodin eco PMO would you made nasia in some way and our day etuja.
Today is a celebration, not only for the hard work and achievements of you graduates, but of what's possible when purpose meets partnership. Let me begin by extending our sincere gratitude to Guinness Ghana and the Diageo Group for their remarkable leadership and continued investment in the Learning for Life program. This initiative is a shining example of how private sector-led interventions can directly empower youth and build resilient industries, and in this case, hospitality and tourism. Today, we celebrate over 200 young people who have been trained in different skills.
In today's graduation of 210 young professionals. I was hoping to see all of them in the room today. Hi to all of you. And 123 of whom are women. Well done to you, men. So by offering flexible training schedules and making learning accessible, we have reduced barriers that often prevent our dear women and other underrepresented groups from acquiring the skills they need. Our strategic alliances with the Youth Employment Agency, Ghana Tourism Authority, and TVET institutions allow us to embed gender-inclusive practices while also considering accessibility for people with disabilities and ethnic minorities.
To our partners, as Guinness Ghana has already done, let me join hands in thanking you. The TVET, the Ghana Tourism Authority, the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, for walking this journey with us. Without your support, we wouldn't have been here today to celebrate this special occasion. As the YECU, we are not only here to celebrate skills, but to ensure that we are here to ensure that those skills lead to real jobs, and not just jobs, but decent jobs. This is where our mandate comes alive. We connect training to opportunity. We bridge the gap that has existed between ambition and achievement. And this clearly aligns with the vision of the nation builder, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Ebusuafo into Youth Employment Agency Penia Wadano Malik Basintali ne nsɛm a wɔde etu dwane yegyina ne nsɛm so na etwa ho akɔgye aboafo nkrato abayeba yebeto ansɛm ne so edi ama.
Yo, I'm for and I am Makwaba at the bar, a KFM musical shopper. The Tosum, you know, who free a Kumasi Macom that Damono, a sunny at the bar at Dumino, Sabran Udu, a Sambra Junction, Sambra Hotel, Quantana Sope. Now shop on any Sambra Hotel and the Dinsha anymore. Would the free Sambra Hotel, a wood sunny at the cop, Nankane and Hagan Hono, Annie, a hawk and a KFM musical shop. Ye tosum ye no ye bie ne foforo na de e kan ne se emfidie papa etimiche de wode ya sorry de wode goro agoro ahodo dwuma de bia wode obehia eye mfidie mekira musical instrument bia no eye KFM ento wo se Ghana muntie Asanteman muntie eye KFM musical shop ana sabre ya bie ne foforo mo no chan ewo Prempeh the 2nd Street. We free all men come down and now sunny ediko edumno and udu Sambra Hotel Quantana so now what done on Sunny Faso oho ana KFM musical shop ewo yani Sambra Hotel ana ewe animo ya twa abrebia
gina me say me ya proud and say me ya dwa na free Kumasi edum KFM instrument store obi bisa sa se bro me fo de what to no we need see that what dey near my papa ejina wanim na what to say yes what to no bibi aka wakoma ni nyina free KFM instrument store Kumasi adum se mi gina ho na me to no ma bitimi nya ho me ka fi se fi papa mu anim na mi gina no wo be tro ye ko ma ya do se kana twananka kanau ensamfu ayi.
My dog Benami Ghana to call to Ajaple Hoduko Kata. Near Chonyania Devena Micho Talent Microfinance Limited Gajradopa. Near one Susu Savings, Adishie, School Buafo, Cashback, Ple Bubua Okata. Nenyabe a gajom demiagbo la Letie Tomegbeko, Aten Aho Gadodo. Can never a gajom vivi la, Nenyebe o Gahiaola. Atenwava ava de ugai kene hiafa.
Taneyebe mi foncho mi afa jomu yo kenye mi afa gadodo nyawa. Business loan elemiashi, church finance elemiashi, salary loan elemiashi, eye bubo li kenye personal loan. Eye nenyebe mi foncho business loan a enye gadodo ikemie nana asichalao. Nenyebe washiba keke, alum eleswe, we have talent. Mi pepe gede unwo nenye wo shigbale sua ne woge wo keke gede ji to talent po monu ome nenye be mi fonchu mi afa salary loan a enye gado mo mi ke mi vuna mi afa jirudu $1 nke ga nyu he ya va talent wo pay slip pe bank statement ye kwenye nwi hia o na kokko ko salary loan le rate mi to keke akeji church financier personal loan va nenye habobo masoli hama eji fufofo sankuo jitao olila ashibobwe kekeake mia flegeno na nohem v choji nto jinwade vare kwereka monpopo kai ganyu heya talent kuna po heya ole chagbagba na do tare talent bena wo gado monwa anobobwe nami akpenami
etibe ya nyafi ke talent la
talent microfinance Jengo amegan shipe ape Latina tejipo hotami.
Miape kapomoye nya 050-129-1298. Allo 050-128-9119. Talent woga kwamanu kwanta.
Talent Microfinance, your channel of wealth.
Ebusuafo yegusa emamu ina akwaba edamwasi se enwumre mu goso etimu TV ho ehwe KFM TV News mekoso a ekai wo se enwumre news etwego ewo ye abefo ntintam fidie ne so Facebook ene YouTube KFM TV GH enu nti betimi akọ na wakohwe bi na wahye na wa like na ode wadwenche no enso ede egu ase amaika makama yeto ansem no se enwumre ede ama odia eye mrahye bedwane a owo eye West Ogun ayawaso West Ogun abaton peswa so eye honorable John Dumelo emrebi etwemu anod betu dwa wochem se wuduani ekopiem ewo kongla eye traffic light ho no enye ejuma ho no enam so makasa hodo na ana wo mo ebo pace wo ho de traffic pa ana esie wo ho na o she bose wo behwe amomo sie traffic light na endedwe bo sha wo she Ghana fo no ninia abemu amaya John Dumelo echemu se sa traffic light no de awa fixing ninia de amanfo ya wo mo ewo okponguru ene ne importem na nti John Dumelo ni nsem a wo de tudwa enye.
Hi guys, so this evening just around 7:38 the traffic lights finally in the Open block have been fixed. I want to say a big thank you to the urban roads. I want to say a big thank you to the contractors and engineers that have been working on this project for the last couple of months. And most importantly, I want to thank everybody that has been using this road. Thank you for the patience, and hopefully these lights will be on for a very, very long time. So thank you so much, and I did for you.
Ebusuafo enu nti semwe ana John Dumelo editu dwema wokopie mu ewo okpongulu ehosa yedemo consent from there and the abeto dwa say Inspector General of Police yewra Christian Tete yohunu ana wono so wode abeto dwa and the wo mu chemu say wabone humodin ekopie mu ewo boko a ewo Upper East region na ni nane say basbasa ya esi wo ho a eno enam so emanipa baako efa so eto anananum ewo nsedwa nipa bese num de aposifo bese num so eno so wo mo eka hwan de gunshot de because wo hoye papa wo mo chem se nipa dodo na efa sa basbese so eto epepa ya baako de wo fa so eto anananum ewo nsedo ne no ana IGP ebone humodin ekopie mo hwan de wo kohwe ama asumdwe mapa epie mo ewo my Ghana ha na eye ndrada eprebosmini da eto so enkron ewo afimpinu ni eduonu enum ana Inspector General of Police yewra Christian Tete ebone humodin ekopie mo ewo boko ene ne mpotema wokohwe ama asumdwe mapa etimi epie mo ewo hosenu nti semwe ana free IGP akache so bayede mo ekọ ensemfu from there transport company wo mo ewo my Ghana ha enso dia betudwa mu chim se ndedwe presidential directive wo mo saka no chemu se mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama abone humodin de wa ma wo mo abomu na ekopie mu ewo important bia bebrande flooding a esisisi wo ho no wo mo kohwe ama wo mo aso ano a mo chese illegal miners ahodo a wo mo ewo my Ghana han prempi na wo mo ehwe ama sadiwe esien de flooding dodo na enesie wo my Ghana ha Greater Accra Regional Secretary Council enso ebo ne humodin ekopie mu ewo ho a Maame Linda Oklo ene mpanifo bi so ebo mu humodin de demolition no ana ekos wo ho a wo mo hwe ama flooding ahodo a esisi wo my Ghana ha no wo mo etimi aso ano de amaye no nti semwe ana abetodwa free transport corporation a wo my Ghana ha wo mo so wo mo de abetodwa ye free sansem ni mu a yedemo eko onwasem eso ewo my Ghana osoafo a ono no hwe ye nwuma ensem so ewo my Ghana onmunyamfo Haruna Idris wono so de abetudwa wo chim se double track system a emprempi na yesukum kodai wo mo de wo mo ho agim a wo mo kwa eno emboa no wo chim se wo mo hwe nim se 2027 mu no na sa double tracking na to etwa man a wo mbehwe na wo siesie Ghana education system send be ya ebetimi ejina ni nice ye papa de amaye no nti semwe onmunyamfo Haruna Idrisu wono ana wode abetudwa.
Yeah, you should identify 1 or 2 child schools for major infrastructure investment. So we expect that next year into your formula, you should have a dedicated formula that looks into expanded accommodation, expanded classroom infrastructure for a number of child schools so that you can increase your intake for purposes of supporting government to end the double track system. We expect that by end of year 2027, the double track system must be a thing of the past. And to those who think that we should heal double track system, and those who think it was only politically necessary because of inadequate infrastructure to support the noble dream of expanding access to secondary education. But the reduced contact hours between learners and teachers cannot be a desirable academic training model. It cannot be. And therefore, we all need to work together in order to reverse it.
Ebusiafo enu nti semwe ana Haruna Idrisa woyi oswafa wono anohwe ya disua ho nsem wo my Ghana ha wode abetudwa wo chem se wo mu hwe nim se wo 2027 mu na double track system to etimi abawiye edi amai na ode ne nsem si wo no wo san eto asubiem se enam SDA suku eye asem esi wo hwan ne abaiwa ba ko suku ni ba ko ebo ne nito a sesi ade ne ni efra no eno ana Haruna Idrisa wode abetudwa wo chem se sesi ade ade a wo mo ene aban ebebo mo homodin ye papa ne ye schools ahodo wo my Ghana hanom inspection bia ehia wo se abibia no wo mo ye wo school ni mu no wo mbebo mo homodin aye se ne be ya school for no wo mo ban bo ho ebetimi egina so ye mapa ede amaye no ntin semwe ana Haruna Idriso esan ede tudwa ewo ho.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen of CHAS, so in respect of the un-Ghanaian development of shooting in Kumasi, the Director General of the GES has the full support of government for you to strengthen your inspections. You know, that's when I went to my former schoolmates in Tamasco of blessed memory. Anytime we're in Tamakulo House and we're told that Master Belko is coming, we are aware that the headmaster was coming to conduct an inspection in order that guns, knives, and other violent tools and equipment are not found in our schools. You have the full support of government to initiate those inspections at the weekend. We have to nip it in the bud as early as possible and as practically as possible, in order that we allow for a serene studying environment. This cannot be part of the training of a Ghanaian child. That is immoral, that is violent, that is not...
Ebusiafo enu nti semwe ana onmonyam for Haruna Idriso editu dwa ewo hosaye to aso edemo akwensem fufromo enwumedia Dr. Sofo Eyetanko Rashid na wono ana wo Chief Executive Officer de Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communication wono ana odi abetu dwa nde wo chemu se utilizations ahodwa ewo my Ghana efa educational resource no wo chemu se sene etenu neni enje wonu nti ebeya enkomo san nye hwehwemu ye papa no mundane no enko eye bia fufroma no ebetimi aboan semwe eye Chief Executive Officer de Ghana Investment Fund for Electronic Communication wono ana odi semwe abetu dwa.
Some procurements were made about 2-3 years and dumped in the warehouse, only for them to...
What sorts of procurements?
Yes, I don't understand the motive behind that. If you procure laptops, desktops, they are meant for specific purposes.
Right.
Send them to the schools, set up the labs for the teachers and students to enhance teaching and learning process. But you don't dump them in the warehouse. And some of them have gone bad. Question you and I have to answer, because what is happening, when I saw that, I was so much annoyed. You realize a lot of tablets.
How many are we talking about?
Oh, in fact, a good number of them. For instance, we in our stock, we had almost 300 tablets gone waste.
Wow.
Just lying down there. They cannot be used because they have a lifespan. These gadgets, they have a lifespan. The mobile phones we are using, people don't know that it has a lifespan.
Indeed. When
it's reached its with end, it cannot be used. Even you send it to any repairer, they cannot work on it again. So when you procure tablets and you don't monitor the lifespan of it and go and dump them in a place where there is no ventilation, okay, you put them in a warehouse, there's no ventilation, there's no lighting system there. Your guess is as good as mine. They'll get destroyed. That's why a lot of them, we just have to auction them and then throw them somewhere.
Additional Benuntin, same way, Anna will also edit to your ma will share and central for any more a church and come here the more air consent for their illegal minor back our war a year as a win so ne ono Eddie Abetuja watch him say, idea why disappointed there were NDC a menu corner any NDC are buying year for papa and say, choir or more fast or more pump a illegal miners are more my Ghana Hano. And your quiet papa and no more fast so and think a bay and penny for and share no munye bibi and fan for 7% more galam say to travel my Ghana ha. Ewa kwaya mbeti me afa so ayene kwaya wo mo fa so eyene no eno entwaye sebwe eye illegal mine ba kwa wo asawen so wono ana wode ne nsem etudwa
site here nyina ashi owa shi nyina bia and this for to frank the master to the embassy you because you never walk on the tour banu the boss ni you be at to na banana na say ya sue yi ma de tia de mo yi de nyina no ye be ma ni ada ho
Adeshimamba me koso eka wo se KFM TV news enyumre no sia news na ana ogusu a wo hwe no na news e twego ewe abe fontentam fidie ne so Facebook any YouTube KFM TV gye channel tu betimi akoho na wakohwe bi ne wa share na wa like na wo de wadwenche no enso e de guase amaye kama ye to ansem ne so e de amamodia eye amanfo bi no a wo mo e wo my Ghana ne titiu ene nkramantem ha enso e de abetudwo mo chemu se air road traffic regulations ahodo driver for binum enhwe so enyiso no eno ade bia ha adwen ye papa mo twem se obepie mu e wo circle ha se a ende air traffic light ahodo na na driver for ni bi no wo mo fa enye adwuma eno ade bia ha adwen ye pa de ma a driver for ni titu se obepie mu e wo nkramantem ha
pa na be na adwuma adwuma okay wa lodi car say instead of say over far down who fat up here one team ko afina o to sasane ko down we nyina na cause accident no we nyina cause accident wa lodi bidie car ma we saka o far down we ko fat up one team ko no afina o sane we nyina say police for chichi o nyina o better for our head we see there over head we nyina ultimate fa we chale I say you ma adwini nye dwuma the body ni bro here afina wo go down je ba say wa fele be sisi a we na no akwose accident we nyina e kaden we say police for ti o mu nyina jimi na do too much jimi nko
Ebusia for ye gina sansem we so na etwa ye ho sima abaye ba ye de dwade nsem ebeto aso ama Adeshimamba ye de mo ekwo edwade nsem dia eye Ghana Cocoa Board e de abetudwa wo mu eche mo se eye nsem a ekwo so my Ghana and free cocoa farmers awodo a wo mo ewo my Ghana ha no wo mu che mo se eye wo mu new price no emba motene no nti wo mu koma nto mo yem na eba pe a wo be yi o mo asutue eno nti nsem we Cocoa Board ene de abetudwa wo mu e de kwama eye cocoa producers awodo a wo mo ewo my Ghana ha se wo mu time chuku na eye price for na say bo for no say nya ebeton montin mu a ehade a wo so wo mbebom homoden e de abetudwa se na be ya kokro dwumade no ebetimi akoso e wo my Ghana na Ghana yesika sem so etimi ejina ne nice so brane e de amaye no ntin semwe koko boarding penny for ana wo mode abetu edwa ye gina edwa de nsem so na ya dane ye ho sima abaye ba eni je de nsem so eto aso edema. Adeshman ban ye de mo eko enijedi ensemu di anasen ana ebeto ye abefo ntintam video so ende wendi she woko suku bi me eko perform ye ende suku ngode wo moniji ye papa pamra wendi she perform ye na enyum fofora wode aba montin ma yeto ni din se too late no ana baiwa bi ende video ni ho na wo saye papa ye wendi she na enyum fofora yeto ni din se too late no abaiwe edesa ya ende trende wo ye abefo ntintam video ni su ye papa Nendra and a better just when the share abone homodin ekopie mu ewa abofra esuku mu a and the donations are hold on and awakwaye dia mama watch him say esa akoda we wonu when the share wafa ne ho kabia ato ne ho so a wo behwe na akopem eye university eno nti when the share enso abone homodin ekopie mu ewa abofra esuku a ne nsem a wo de to dwa eni.
About a week ago, I came here to this school to come and perform. And during my performance, there was this talented, beautiful, shining star dancing and singing passionately to my song, Too Late. The video gained so much attention and it's still trending. So I am here today to say thank you and reward my little star, my shining star, Tracy. Give it up for Tracy, everybody. Okay, so to show my appreciation to you, I have decided that I am going to sponsor your education, which is school fees from class 5 to the university. With an undisclosed amount of money to support Tracy.
And then many are when the Alabama managed because not many
see a when the share and a copy of Tracy Sukuma watch say wo behwe no na education wo be sponsor na Kosi University ho ana obehwe no ekosi a aye ni jedesem ediama Tracy eni nebusuafo ina wo mo eda wendi she asiye papa yedemo eko ensem fufumu dia eye Dr. Ewen ende wono so edi abetudwa wo chem se eye best America kreni na Ghana for ye ntine nka ewa abefo ntintampide so na Dr. Ewen echemu se wonya kidney yade bianhe wo batu ye papa wo san chemu se wo san ekoye surgery ewo ne nan a okopiem ewo konfa noche eye teaching hospital ho ana sa surgery course enu nti ana na Ghana for ye ntine nka ewo abefo ntintampide so same way eye Dr. Ewen ana ono so wo de atudwa
Gold, Ashanti, gold, yeah, gold, we're getting like gold, we shining like gold, gold, Ashanti, yeah.
Wow. So far.
Ebusiafo no nti Dr. UN ana yede ne ho asem ebrom a wo chem se kidney yade gwenye bia sesi ade wo battle wo ho yie papa wo san ekoye ne nine surgery e wo konfo anoche eye teaching hospital a e wo Asante Mantem yegina Dr. UN nsemi so na de nwumre news no yedni nia abanewie ye ne nwumre nsem no de di mo akotine ebi enese Inspector General of Police enso e de abetudwa wo chem se sesi ade we kopie mo ewo boko ene ne mpotem sa enso so ana eye ankane wo so afa no hwe ya mane bo ho nsem so ewo my Ghana ha koju opon kroma enso abekasa etia eye NDC amenyoko no ene NDC abane se wo mu bom ho moden se wo metimi aka eye dom kuma a wo mu mahye bedwafie no waka mo ahye ne no enye adwuma de biara da ye de adwadi nsem ebrem akoko board enso eche mu se eye new cocoa producer price no emba mbonten no nti eba wombeyi eye ekuafoi asutire ewo ho ene gede nsem so wandi hye abone homodin ekopie mu ewo Tracy eye ne suku a wakoye donation kese e de amom we ne nsem ene afoforo pie anwumre ye boano a ye de ebesum se KFM TV News asida kese enko infama KFM Musical Center se ope instrument papa abo wa sorry ana odwumedie bi ase no KFM Musical Center nkwa ana obenya instrument papa ne bone so ewo from Accra ha sei no wo mo ewo Accra Zongolin eho ana obetimi enya okopie mu Asante Mantem so a wo mo ewo edum wo mo ne Sambra Hotel no ana ebo nhwani manwumre wo mo to nsa e de afrose bra na woni omo bedidwa ewo ho sa dada ba tech hub enso se opefon sa papa ne bo ewo fuma warranty e da so no esu ye papa dia e dada ba tech hub and I'll bet me Edwini Achimo. So pay Infinix, iPhone, Techno, Samsung, Yam, Itel, Nini, and Okopim, or Dada Bate Kaba, one sa ebetimi akabi ewo ho Talent Microfinance, and say, Womo A Sika Crabia Bakwa, Womo Suye Papa, so the Sika Ebesi Moha, Womundu, Hamo de Biarada, and Jumeko way, and then you may Womutimi boy, Chido my the KFM TV News. Ye de Ebesumo, ye bedo Bibiasi, wow, Tifia Bibiano. Udu efide no etu KFM a wo hwe ye news say yeda mu ina ase sa bebia no mojebre ehwe ye besan ada production team ni ina ase so mo so mutimi boy ma news etimi ebe mo edima mo enwumre edin a meje so ene Maame Esi Nkrumah yakramina